Hello. What I'm going to do today is make a fabric pumpkin out of polyfil and fabric. I'm going to take a piece of material that is about, let me check here. About 17 times 21. 17 by 21. It doesn't have to be exactly correct. It doesn't have to be whatever. It can be however you want it to be. It's usually about 12 inches long. That's how I usually do it. But I cut this yard in 4 pieces, and I'm just going to make it about 4 little pumpkins, all about the same size. I'm going to turn it wrong side out, and then I'm going to do a tight running stitch along the side here, and a needle, and thread your needle, and then go along through here about an inch in between each little thing here, through the fabric. Maybe an inch is too wide in between, but maybe ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch, because you don't want anything to come out of the holes here. You just want to do this is called a running stitch. That's what I've always called it anyways. That might not be the correct name, but doing all kinds of projects here today, so I've got paint everywhere. Paint, material, signs. Now I would normally do this with a sewing machine. If you want to, you can just run a straight stitch down through there with a sewing machine. But then the top and the bottom of the pumpkin, you have to do that with a needle and thread, because you want to pull it tight. Then when you get to the end of that top there, just back stitch it a little. It's just like, if you don't know anything about sewing, you would just put the needle back through the thread, just like you were making one stitch there, and come back through and loop the needle through the thread, and it kind of makes a knot there. And I do it 2 or 3 times so it doesn't come out. Do it one more time. You just put it in there, bring it back up, bring the needle up, hold this here through the hole, put the needle through there, and loop it through. That's how you make a knot. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this through here and I'm going to tighten it up. So I'm going to make another knot here. Now this time, all you do is do the exact same thing you just did. Go through both the top and the bottom material and pull it through. But on this, we're going to pull it tight like so. That way this will be the top. No, this will actually be the bottom of the pumpkin. Now pull it like this, so this can be the bottom of the pumpkin. Make sure it's tight so nothing can come out the bottom, and then just stick it back in there again. We're going to make another knot, slip knot or whatever I think it's called. Just pull it through so it won't come undone. Do that again. We'll just push it through there, bring it through here, put the needle through there, pull it through there, and pull it like so. We'll do that one more time. We'll take the needle, push it into the side of the thread right here. Just push it through and pull it out. We'll take the needle and slide it under and through the hole there, and it will make a knot. You just pull it too. We'll cut it pretty close. And we can use the same piece of thread and do it again. Let me make that knot again. I make a couple little knots there so it doesn't pull through. Okay. This time what we do is, oh, this isn't going to be long enough, I forgot. We turn it in right side out. That's really a little bit too much. But like I said, if you do it double times the amount of the side, it's a lot better. So say if that was the pumpkin, you would make a little small pumpkin there. But we can make a tall pumpkin, that's okay. I'm gonna fold this down in here some because it's just really too long. But that's okay. I'll just double it over some, and my pumpkin will be about that tall after I smush it down. Let me get another piece of thread here and get a longer piece of thread actually, and thread it through again. Get that out of that little, oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. here at the seam and do the same running stitch that I was doing a moment ago, but I'm only going to do one layer of material. So I'm going to start from the inside, through it, start from the inside, and then go in and out, all the way around the edge again. We're going to pull it tight in a few moments, so we'll make the little pucker at the top of the pumpkin to stick the stem through. Through and back, to the outside and back, in and out. Okay, I'm going to open it up and I'm going to put some material in here. Some polyfil. Which comes in a big bag like this. You just bring out the amount that you want to put in there. Push it all the way down in there. Don't leave your needle in there though, like I just did. Push it down to the bottom. There it is. Doesn't work very well when you do that. I need a little more. I'm going to try to smush it down some because the thicker from top to bottom that your pumpkin is, the harder it is to get your needle through when you need to make the ribs in the pumpkin. I'm going to put a little more in there because you want it to fill up. But like I said, you want your material, the width should be half the side. The width should be half of the amount as the top, as the sides, the length. So say one side would be 10 inches long and the other side would be 20 inches long. So it'd be 10 by 20 or 8 by 16 or 15, all depend on how big you want it, or 15 by 30. And as you can see, this is going to be a little bit thicker from top to bottom than it is side to side. That's going to be okay. I can work with that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and go from the top here. I'm going to go ahead and go around to meet where I started. I'm going to pull it to, and then I can adjust this how I want it. Pull it to here. And then I'm going to do a knot so it doesn't come undone. Going to pull it through. And get it ready here. I'm going to make a little knot here. I'm going to pull it all the way to, except I'm going to leave a little spot there where I can put in a stick or something in here for the stem. Doesn't matter how big it is. It can be as, I usually make it like where my finger will barely go in there. Make a knot here. And then pull it through the top there because I'm making a knot. Okay, and I'm going to cut that off there. Cut it pretty close down through there so it's not sticking up. I'm going to adjust this little pumpkin. Now what I want to do, I want to take the needle and thread with a little wider thread and a little wider needle at that. Okay, here's what I want to do. What you want to get is called a doll needle. You can get them from Hobby Lobby, different places. And if you get embroidery thread or embroidery floss, that's the perfect thing to get. But what I got, which isn't the correct thing, but you can use whatever you want. What I got is hemp cord because I thought it looked good with it, but actually it's a little bit too, if you can't get it through this eye of your needle, it's not going to do any good. But if you get a doll needle, D-O-L-L, a doll needle, it works just fine. And as you see, that went through just perfectly fine. You want this to be pretty long because you're going to have to make about 5 or 6 loops in through there. So you can make that many. Ribs in your pumpkin. I'm going to make a knot here. I want it to be pretty big so it doesn't come through. And there's my little needle where I was sewing. I don't want to sit on that or step on that or something, so I'll put that over there to the side. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to go down through the center. You want your daw needle. This isn't a daw needle. This is just an embroidery needle or something. I'm not sure, but it's very short. A daw needle is going to be pretty long. But so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to poke it down, poke this needle and thread right down through the center and out through the bottom. It may take just a second because my needle is a little bit short, like I said. Let me see if I can do it this way. Maybe I'll do it from the bottom. You want a little hole right there in the center so you can get up through there. Okay, that's going to be better. I'm going to go up through there. My fingers is trying to grab that. Okay, I think I've got it now. Okay. Now, the first couple of times you do it, it's kind of hard because your pumpkin is big. I'm going to do this like 5 or 6 times to make the ribs in the pumpkin. Okay, I can feel the needle. It's going to take me a little longer than normal because my needle is too short and my pumpkin's too big. I've got the needle, I just can't grab it. It doesn't want to pop through there. Let me see what I can grab this with. Okay, that's perfect. Okay. Put these wherever you want them. You can make 4, 5, 6, whatever you want to do. But you go all the way back around to the bottom again. Try to grab that needle, pull it back up through there. But since mine's not long enough, I'm going to have to grab it with my pliers. Okay. Move it around a little bit more, make it kind of tight, and then go around back to the bottom. Okay, push it in here at the bottom. There's my needle. Let me pull it back up again. Okay. And slide this over. You want to make these be pretty straight here. Slide this over. We'll see if we can go one more time. Because you see, I've used all that thread already. Let me see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. This This will be number 5. And then you can adjust it however you want to put it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And remember, you're in charge. So make this pumpkin look like you want it to look. We're going to put in a piece of wood, which this one isn't big enough really for this piece of, this big hole, this thick pumpkin. But you can really do anything that you want to do because it's your pumpkin. You make it look how you want it to look, and no two pumpkins look the same. No matter how many times you do it, every one of your pumpkins will look different. And that's okay. Okay, now what I want to do is tie off this thread here. So I'm going to go through here and try to make a loop and tie a knot. This needle is just too thick, oopsie, for this material. That's what it is. So I'm going to cut this off and push the rest down in there with this. And I'm going to work with it, adjust it, and try to get it to look how I want it to look. Now that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. I'm going to glue this in the middle, and then I'm going to cut some. No, what I'm going to use some leaves. I'm going to grab a leaf or two here. Yeah, I'll use these leaves right here. I'm going to put some glue down in here. Any old piece of, I prefer a thicker piece of wood myself. You can glue one piece of leaf at a time if you prefer, or you can cut a piece of burlap as your leaf. You can use whatever you want to use. But what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to get a piece of raffia and make some ribbon, some twine, you know, like the little vines. That's what I'm trying to make. The vines. I'm just going to fold them in half a couple of times and cut it. There we go. Now you can put another piece of leaf on there if you want, but I prefer 2. I think that looks good on a pumpkin. Or you can do more. I mean, that's just up to you. You want it to look how you want it to look. I like the yellow leaf on there better. Let me do that one in there. I do like that one. I usually only prefer two, but I do like this yellow on this colored pumpkin. What do you think? Doesn't take too long and it's easy. Most of this stuff you're already going to have at your home. The sticks you can pick up outside in the yard. And you can set them around your home just like that. I have tons of them. Let me grab a couple more that I've made today and over the last few days and show you. Okay, these are my little ghost pumpkins. Boo Ghost. I got this material from Walmart. See, I used a little piece of twine here, and I used burlap, and I cut a piece of a leaf shape. Some more light there. So I've made 3 or 4 of each one of these. So this is the little baby ones here. Now, you see this? I was trying to make this same pattern, but I made my material too big there. But it actually looks fine now. It's going to look good in there on the shelf with all the other harvest decor. These two are made with polyfil. And this is made with a little stick here. And this is made with a little, actually that's a ribbon. No, it's a dowel. So you can actually use whatever you want to use. This is a dowel here. And this is a dowel. These are all polyfil. But these two right here are styrofoam pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. And see, I like the thicker pieces of wood here. But these are styrofoam pumpkins from the Dollar Tree with just fabric wrapped up and pushed down in there. I've got a set of 3 or 4 of each one of my pumpkins. Each material. I've even got some baby ones here. With thread, little ribbon. You can use your imagination and do whatever you want with these. Like I say, these two right here is with polyfil on the inside. I did it exactly the way I did these today. And I used a piece of burlap ribbon and I cut out a leaf. I used the raffia there as well. And then here I used the polyfil as well. You can see they're smushable. They're smushy. And then I used a piece of twine. I wrapped it around a pencil. And then I used the hot iron around the pencil to make it curly. I just did that, and then I held the hot iron there for a second and made it curly. So I made those for that instead of the raffia. And then these, I just used different little things. I used little beads. I used little sticks. Used the fabric. These are little tiny pumpkins. And this is embroidery floss here. And the same thing as these right here. I think that looks good. I mean, it may be too big for some, but for me, it's okay. And these right here are styrofoam pumpkins with sticks and raffia. If you don't care, like and share and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That would be much appreciated. And like and share, that would be great. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments and I will text you back. I will let everybody ask anything they want to ask. I'll be happy to answer your questions and see what's up. I would be so appreciative if you was to type something in the comments, whether you may, are you going to be trying to do these pumpkins? Or are you going to try to make your own? Do you know of any other way I can try to make a pumpkin besides these ways here? Let me know. I'd like to know the way that you make a pumpkin. Which ones do you like better? These are ghost. These are plaid. These are buffalo check. These are orange with black dots. And then this is the gobble gobble turkey material. let me know what you like best. I appreciate you coming over to Buttercup Creations today. My name is Danita. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, here on YouTube always. I'm always trying to find different new things to do. I do make wreaths, so that's really fun, and I like to do lives on those. But I love to do other things as well. Like I can put some of these, like tomorrow I'll be doing a wreath, and I'll be putting some of these in the wreath to match my sign. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and I'll get right back to you. Please like and share my video, and subscribe if you haven't joined already. If you're new here, thank you for watching today, and please come back and watch us again next time. And if you've been here for a while, thank you so much. I love it when I have new people, and the old people as well, the old subscribers as well. Please come back and see me. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.